Amy found a magical medallion. Once she touches it, she's transported to a mysterious world. To find out where it came from, she found the same badge online. She followed the address to a brick and mortar shop, but when she pulled it out, the clerk was surprised. The clerk kept asking her how she got it. Amy thought it was a shady shop, so she left, but they pulled out 2 toy guns. The
This is a joke, right?
girl put her hands up. At that very moment, a lead ball broke through the window. Suddenly, a girl rushed in. She told Amy that the time standstill was temporary. Then she helped her pull her hand out, but she also untied the clerk. A struggle ensued. In just a few minutes, the girl easily disposed of them. Turns out they were robots. One of the lying robots activated its self-destruct mechanism. It exploded as soon as the 2 of them got out of the room. Before Amy could react, the girls broke the window and dragged her into the car. Then they drive off quickly. On the way, Annie tells Amy she's the one who gave her the badge. But then Amy realizes that she's a robot too. Amy begins to suspect Annie's identity, so she slams on the brakes and stops the car. Then she opened the door and made a mad dash for it. And then Annie came after her. But the next moment, that's when the driver got out of his truck to see if the girl was alive or dead. Amy took the opportunity to start the truck and leave. The driver was furious, but Annie sat up. Then she chased the truck at 300 yards. Amy was confused. Next thing you know, Annie takes a big jump and flies into the truck. Amy is so scared. She slams on the brakes. Annie pulls out the key and closes the door to prevent Amy from escaping again. Then Annie told Amy her name was Annie and that she was from the future. What the girl sees when she touches the badge is real, but now the badge is dead. So the 2 of them went on a road trip to find someone who could recharge it. But Amy woke up on the side of the road. She followed a path to a cottage, but as she approached, a ferocious dog came out of nowhere. Luckily, the dog was chained up, so Amy didn't get bitten. Amy noticed that the dog had no footprints, so she waved her hand and realized it was a holographic projection. Amy went outside and knocked on the door. She pulled out her badge, and the next thing she knew, a man came out. He told Amy there was no such thing as the future and to go home, but Amy wasn't going to give up. Suddenly she noticed a tractor parked not far away. Soon the man sees the machine on fire through the security camera. He opens the door to his room and rushes out with a fire extinguisher. As he puts out the flames, he realizes he's been set up, but Amy had already closed the door. Then she blasted him out of the room to avenge the day. Suddenly, Amy realized the man was monitoring the world. Then the man slipped in through the tunnel. He told him that the world would end in the near future.
Why? Don't we like make our own destiny and stuff?
After Amy said that, the man was surprised to find that the Earth's 100% destruction rate had started to drop. He had to look at the girl in front of him again. Suddenly, an alarm went off. The robots that were chasing Amy had arrived. The man immediately pressed the button. Numerous steel defense doors were lowered, but one of the doors pressed against the robot's foot. The robot lifted the door. The man attacked the robot with an electric baton. Then he kicked it out. Suddenly, there was an intruder behind him, but as soon as it enters, it's hit by a trap set in advance. Then another man attacked both of them. Luckily, the men were able to close the steel door in time. On the surveillance camera, they realized they were cutting through the door, so the man pushes the button. The 2 of them fall straight into a foot trap. They escape into a corridor where they meet more enemies. The man hits a switch that shoots out several lasers to shred them. Then they get to the bathroom. They both get into the bathtub. Then they press a button. The robots arrive just as the tub is activated. They try to stop the launch. The men hit the switch again. The villa behind him explodes into ashes. The bathtub fell into the lake not far away.